So we often hear the understanding of troubled genius, yes?
Yeah.
Do you honestly think that that's true?
I don't believe it very much.
Nope, me neither. You see, some people look at certain things and think, oh, we try and find the pain, right? Why?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
people want to relate. When you've got a world that's full of people that are struggling in grief, what's the one thing they want to relate to?
To that.
And then why? Because their behavior wants to say that this suffering must be worth something, yeah? If it was the greatest thing in the world, all of this suffering, then with all the greatest respect in the world, kings would make their children go through some of the most harshest things imaginable, right?
Yeah.
But they don't. Why not?
Because it's not very good for children, is it? Or for anyone?
So do you think grief grief is it? I think that as human species, we convince ourselves and we lose track of the timeline correctly to be able to say a story correctly. We lose track of things.
Mm-hmm.
If it would be true that everybody is hard times would people become troubled geniuses or anything else like that, then what separates around the world? We notice that there are worse cultures than certain cultures based on just geographical location. Well, then, with that understanding, they should be the most advanced nations in the world.
Yeah.
And then there would be no more, what do you call it, hard times. Let's look at that again. Let's go through that again.
Yeah.
I got to be careful because I can't be xenophobic, and I'm trying not to, but I need to be able to make my point, so therefore it's classed as teaching. But then I might need a license, so then I can't speak freely because I'm not... Do you get it? If I'm from a certain background, I have a right to talk about certain things that happen to you. That's not always true, though, is it? Because it gets labelled with certain things. If you speak out against this, that might be this. Then we can label it. And then this is modern day... Shadow banning is basically no different from house arrest back in the day. And then we'd think that during the times of people going through the most evilest stuff, war would never exist. Nor famine. Nor hard times. Because they would be producing lots of troubled geniuses everywhere. And often people will look at the background and think, wow. You see, the thing is, unless you clone people, you're never really going to know, are you?
No.
Where you have one clone that is subject to an awful amount of, what do you call it? Hatred, disappointment, hurt, grief. And then people will say, oh, it's because of your pain is why you're like X, Y, Z. Is it? Or is it a justifiable reason that you're giving yourselves to then be a bastard to people because you're just trying to create geniuses? And then why then, under that circumstance, do we have a lot of people in high places that don't come from troubled backgrounds? They want everything to be a feather bed. So clearly there's a mismatch in that. And then, is it about the individual and the choices that they make? The choice. People are like, oh, you've been through some painful stuff. Yeah, ain't we all?
Yeah.
It's been continuous, though, for you. Oh, it's just being forged in the fire. Got to be very careful about how we talk about things on a planet that we don't have enough information to say one way or the other. Because the tested might be the teacher to cause testing.
Yeah.
And again, why do these things happen to us? And then you might start doing other behaviors because of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we start off on a planet, yeah? We live on a planet.
Yeah.
and it's quite inhospitable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that forging you in a fire? Again, because you can't tell, can you? What about if you were living like hunter-gatherers, where their ability to not hunt correctly cost them the lives of their children?
Yeah.
And you'll say that that's then what led to this, this, and this. So you're blaming it on the hard times. But you miss the wisdom. What was teaching them? The hard moment. See, it works when we look at animals. We'll understand that. Then all animals then that live out in the wild and the wilderness would be more genius. You see, a genius would, there would never be that. We're trying to simplify situations. So if we've got elevated nations
Mm-hmm.
versus nations that are going through the fire, so to speak,
Yeah.
then these nations should rise up above the next ones, which then make their existence become the fire, and then they elevate above the rest, which then makes, in comparison, their lives to be a fire. And then we'll constantly be saying that it's because of the hard times. It's not. How can it be this? It's because you're forged in a fire. It's like you saying pick light or pick darkness. Well, neither. Or both. What do we say about hard times and dark times then? So, Boudica, what? Become a nation here, an island folk that were here, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
What did they believe in? Well, they didn't believe in what? Harming people? Using weapons to go at people? Because if they did, so let's say if they were light-minded then.
Yeah.
And again, light-minded is a human, again, it's a limit that's put onto human conditioning. Don't get it twisted. So we could understand then that they were elevated people. And we could say that that was looked at as light, yes?
Yeah.
They wouldn't harm anyone, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
And then something comes along that's what? Darkness?
Yeah.
And wipes out these people here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them. And then takes them over and then starts causing darkness to press down on these people.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, what are you failing to see here? So, let's look at it. Universe, star, universe, black hole. Pick one. Pick one side.
Black hole.
Okay, so you're going to pick darkness then.
You
Okay.
said pick one side. So.
Yeah, well, because that's what you're trained to do. That's why you find it very easy to pick a choice from 1 to 2, because you're programmed to do that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that was without any thought. You were told to do something and you did it just immediately, yes? Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
picked
because
one
that's
of the
life. Right? You've got to look at it. Your life
Yeah.
has taught you to pick one or the other, yes? Yin or yang.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay, that's what we've just done by making you have a choice. And then you're responsible for your choices, yeah? So, what is this darkness now? The black hole. What is it?
I don't know what you mean by what.
Well, what is it? What does it represent?
Something negative? Or what?
Yeah, I could say negative. Okay, go on then. And then that would mean that this one is then the plus.
Positive.
Yes?
Yeah.
Do you want to change your choice? You don't have to. You can if you want. Up to you. Do you want to choose something else?
Okay then. I didn't know it mattered.
It doesn't, but it does quite a lot. It's kind of tricky.
Okay, then I'll change the choice.
So you want to stick or do you want to twist? You're going to twist, yeah?
Swap.
Okay, you're going to swap. You can do anything here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna stick to light. So what does light represent then? now, in your opinion? So we'll say that this one is minus. You might look at it, you could label it as bad as well, couldn't you?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
people stereotype, don't they?
Yeah, this is what we've been educated to do in our
Mhm.
life. We all have.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're picking the light now, yeah?
Mhm.
What is that then?
Light is positive.
Okay, so we've gone positive, so we've already gone opposite, yeah?
Yeah.
Anything else? Light can be?
It's like considered like godly or something like that, isn't it? Or
God, yeah. So automatically I'm going to have to say the devil.
yeah.
I'm just going to put dev. Yeah, okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Anything else?
Light is I don't know.
So can I help you with a few? Just by looking at your, I know you well enough to say that. Warmth
Yeah.
or warm. So this one must be cold then, yeah?
Yeah.
We also got bad, so in counteractive, when you say
It would
God,
be
you add an
good.
extra O and you've got good.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Doog. Yeah,
Doog.
Yeah, so any others that you could do? That's it. Okay, if you had a choice
Mhm.
and you want to go a choice again, did you want to choose something else? Or you're going to stick with that? That's okay. It's you can choose anything.
Do you mean the line in the middle?
There you go.
A little bit of each.
So that's because you've probably heard me talk a lot, yes?
Yeah. And
So-
because you drew it then.
Yeah, deliberately, and a bit red, my favourite colour. Also purple. Do you know, also blue. Before you met me, and I don't mean this in a negative or I'm a great, let's big my ego up, but logically thinking, did you ever see the middle line before?
I didn't think about it.
You didn't think. That's exactly correct. You didn't think about it. That's right.
Mhm.
That's right. But you just thought about it then.
Yeah.
But did you think about that, or were you made to think about that? There's a difference. So I made you think in a different way. No? Life does, yeah? So pick which side do you want to pick. And by picking a particular side before we get on to the middle,
Mhm.
you could say that's the middle pyramid, couldn't you?
Yeah.
So before we get onto the middle, what are we going to do? Ah, yes. Can you have light without darkness?
No.
Can you have darkness without light?
No.
Trick question. You can.
You can?
Yeah.
Mm. But
If we look at this in cycle,
you don't see anything though. If it's darkness, it's all light.
if we look at that in a cycle,
Hmm?
then that becomes a little bit of a trick question because for a bit,
Yeah.
but again, at that for a bit, what can you do with it? If you were overdosed in light, would you ever know darkness existed?
No.
If you were overdosed in darkness, would you ever know light existed?
No.
Again, so you would come into a cycle at maybe this perspective. And that would all be all you'll see, yes?
Mhm.
What would you miss?
The other side.
You would. You'd miss the sunrise and sunset, right?
Yeah.
You'd miss the cusp.
Mhm.
And the same vice versa, yes?
Yeah.
You would miss it.
Mhm.
But then if you were to reach the middle, what do you have at your leisure? More opportunity, yeah?
Yeah.
That's really strange, right? So we could say then Romans, not all, but we can say it,
Mhm.
came in and took over Boudica.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then took over the people here.
Mhm.
And then they built an empire here in the remnants, let's say.
Yeah.
So that empire that was built by the Romans contains the light of Boudica in their darkness.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing, isn't it?
Mm.
Then if you take over the Romans and then put more light in, not only do you have the light, but you also got the darkness. Now we've got a zebra crossing.
Mm-hmm.
And now you've filtered back into light.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Mm.
So who's who? Okay, let's take another one. Religion. Being all peace, loving, and everything else, yeah?
Yeah.
Again, this would be then what? One side into the light, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did the churches and monasteries get knocked down?
Yeah, they did at some point, didn't they?
Okay. Now, was that good for people or bad for people? Fast forward till now, if you knew then, if we built a time machine and went back to then and said something to them that this is going to happen, that becomes prophet. Which you would also then instruct them to use darkness within themselves to protect the light. But they would have to act in darkness in order to protect the light. So, we'll understand it, and we'll take Henry VIII as the example, that they bring down the monarchy.
Mm-hmm.
They start rallying teams, the monks become... And then they knock down Henry. They removed the monarchy, the lords, and parliament. They removed a lot of it. And then go back to being light. That would then be a choice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Which is the middle.
Yeah.
Either way you want to look at it. Now, had they done, could they still be in progression? Would they still be here? Would they have evolved?
Yeah.
Would they have begun, nuns and monks begun, let's say, breeding again? Maybe that would have lifted. Would the house arrest would have gone? Would they have expanded society? And likewise, if it hadn't have happened, would we be looking at space in this way? But again, how do you know?
You don't.
Well, why do you not know?
There are variables.
Well, let's say if we've got religion and then we had kingdom that knocked out the religion here. Now, if I was any type of species, I would above species, which again is not really above, but still to help you understand this. Let's say if I'd have cloned the religion.
Yeah.
And I would have cloned the monarchy, the king of the time, and all of the things that surround it, parliament, everything else. That's also with the religion as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'd have cloned it. One would have happened here, and people here, kings would write the outcome. If religion it had gone the other way, religion would have wrote the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
But then I take the two clones,
Yeah.
and I make this go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
I now have a very different story to what is being told here on Earth.
Yeah.
Knowing.
Mm-hmm.
So, on this one, where religion took out these, so I need to draw that with a red line. My pens are running out thick and fast. Man, they don't fill these up like they used to, do they?
No.
So, this side, these ones were wiped out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's this way then, yeah?
Yeah.
And on this one is the way you see it now, which wiped out these ones.
Yeah.
What do I now have? Two events, yes?
Yeah.
Who's better? Who's worse in that situation? Now, the kingdom is built off the light of religion.
Yeah.
How does that work out? Well, homeless people, farming, fishing, graves, society, commune. This one was more ordered and more ahead, but this one has built from the ashes of that one. Okay?
Yeah.
But because it's been stopped, what do you not know? The progression ratio, yes?
Yeah.
Where they would have gone.
Mm-hmm.
But now, there's no proof.
Mm.
So, history has been paused at this moment. These are Ebel, which is love backwards. We're going to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you've got a time that has been paused in one moment of time.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the justified reasons as to why they did what they did.
Yeah.
To claim to be the opposite of.
Mm-hmm.
But how can you be the opposite when you have built your whole structure from their ashes?
Mm.
Something else happens in this moment.
Yeah.
They now have knowledge. They know something that you might not. They have a knowing. What's that knowing? That if they don't build an army, then what could happen to them?
They could lose.
They could lose it.
Yeah.
To who? Or anyone else that decided to knock them down because they're being evil.
Mm.
So they've safeguarded against it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, in this, we're not going to say army, they've created misery.
Mm.
In order to remove all of this structure, you're now creating something else, which is misery, destruction, people could say evil.
Yeah. You limit people. Yeah.
Pick a side.
What side?
Now pick a side.
Yeah. I don't know.
Have religions evolved over the ages? That's a question you want to ask.
Mm.
Have they evolved? Slow pace, but still evolving nonetheless.
Yeah. New branches appeared.
So there are
More
changes.
reformed. Yeah.
Not quick, not perfect, but there has been some changes done.
Yeah.
We often judge people on the past, don't we?
Yeah.
We're taught that because you were born into it.
Mm.
So you judge people on their past. So,
Yeah.
but it creates the modern behaviors today. Now, that keeps it very black and white.
Yeah.
But then when you come to the middle,
Mm-hmm.
awakening happens.
Yeah.
What if they had not have done that?
Mm-hmm.
What if these would have continued?
Mm.
Not perfect, but is it any different?
Would be different, wouldn't it, if it went
Some things
differently?
here were nailed pretty well.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
Some things here are not.
Yeah.
This one was in favor of religion. This one is in favor of money, status,
Yeah.
which is the same as status and this, that, and the other. Okay, they might let you get divorced, but anything outside of that continuum, no, no, no. Suppress, suppress, suppress. Have you created a new thing, or are you an imitation and then created variables to it because you fear that how easy it was? Infiltrate, get in, kick down, break down.
Yeah.
Now that makes you paranoid. Then that means that you've got to start building weaponry to support it. Then we're in the war mindset. Then there's less money for the people. Then there's less building new things. Then it's keeping it in this. Then we've got to keep the order in place, which technically is the same as what this was doing. When you always got to pick a side, the light or the darkness.
Yeah.
And what does this keep you doing? How much time does humanity waste in this? Because I can assure you, if things were all about progressing further because of this darkness, then it wouldn't be the same, would it?
No.
It wouldn't have inherited. And then under that grief and that misery, which it is, war is destruction and misery and breaking things apart elsewhere. And There's not this everybody in this together type thing. Not perfectly there.
Hmm.
So again, let's say if we all went light,
Yeah.
the whole world went light, singing love and everything else. Well, we
Mhm.
know love is easy to manipulate,
Yeah.
isn't it? So how would we safeguard against a situation like that happening again? Better question
Yeah.
is how do you let things progress towards a point? So, looking back on this moment and history, whether you are living now or whether you already have lived, is a big question. Resurrection would never be something that would happen that you would know is happening. That can come at any moment, especially if it's all been archived. You've spent a whole lot of time teaching a universal structure, all of those ingredients that made you.
Mhm.
Couldn't predict it to begin with, but let it run and it created something, and then it's archived and stored all of this stuff and brings you back. Then, if you are archived in light,
Mhm.
which is surrounded in a bookcase of darkness darker than this.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And your vials have been popped, and yet you're being taught.
Mhm.
Perhaps there are checks in some of this stuff to see whether there is any way,
Yeah.
because new progression elsewhere has learned a lot of information, and therefore, what happens if you apply that into this? Can it make this become more ordered? Again, goes off on tandems, it does, and it sounds very crazy and all the rest of it. That's your problem, but what was doesn't mean that it's over. No, but it could be stored into a vial.
Mhm.
That is knowing
Yeah.
how to make this. Well, it didn't work, okay, but this went like this elsewhere. What happens, and this one turned out all right, if we apply that into this?
Mhm.
But that would need to be resurrected in order for that to even be feasible to see whether it can change the outcome. It's interesting. But yes, no, this whole thing wastes time.
Mm.
Yeah, it does.
Mhm.
Then that would then mean that no one is allowed to create a variable on top of this versus another variable on top of this,
Mhm.
because this has been passed down, right? You educate this to one another
Yeah.
and you pass this down. It's called legacy. You pass it down. Religion's found a way and passed it down. It doesn't make one right nor wrong, technically. When you find the middle,
Yeah.
so if you go to space, let's say,
Mhm. Yeah.
and we talk about hard times as well.
Yeah.
So hard times is when there isn't enough planets around, yeah,
Yeah.
for you to walk on.
Mm.
Then it begins to progress,
Yeah.
and as time goes on, and time goes on, now we will see a platform for life to even begin to take hold, and then more intelligent life begins to take hold on the platforms with enough time to create these little variations.
Mhm.
And when you begin your species, you would say that that is a hard time, right?
Yeah.
Would you like to live back in the time? What happens if there are beings sent here to remove everything from you? All your bombs, all of your capability of making bombs, remove every single thing. They won't come here, just disappear. You would, two ways, many ways you can do that. What happens if it all disappears? All of it. Gold goes. Your ability to make money goes. All of it. The lot. Computer technology withdrawn. If everything that you have now is taken,
Then you have to start over, don't you?
No.
No?
Well, start over as
Yeah.
there would be nothing to rebuild these things.
No, I don't mean rebuild these things, but to somehow start over the system that doesn't work because something it was broken already and because it was taken apart.
That sounds like a bit of a far-fetched thing to do. But what about if the knowledge was withdrawn?
Knowledge.
Removed, like the darkness around you that you can't see. The
Then
brain is tuned to no longer see this stuff.
then you will be sort of content animal, won't you?
Ah.
I don't know if animal being that lives and looks for food and gathers somewhere if it lives in groups or not. And
So let's say if we left the light in the universe and removed the darkness. The darkness being the black holes. And what would happen to life? It would go extinct, wouldn't it?
yeah,
Okay, what happens if we kept the darkness and removed the light?
that is the same, isn't it? Life goes extinct. You need light.
What happens if you kept both of them but learned to appreciate both? Because in this biome, there needs to be light to create darkness, and darkness creates light.
Yeah.
But then who is above who?
Indeed.
Neither. The middle.
Yeah.
Now pick a side. Which then this means that countless societies will pump money into creating fusion and keep going with this without there being a break in your thought process. You will meet extinction very quickly. Starts off rough, right? The planet is rough. It's rough to live on a planet. You would say space is easier. Bones problematic. This is problematic. Gravity is problematic. You got a lot of things that create a lot of problems in you.
Yeah.
That's hard times, yes, but you don't aware of it because you haven't shifted your perspective. You keep looking at this stuff, and then we're back forth, right? So one argues with the other argues with the other, one argues with the other, one argues with the other, and what are they not doing in that process? They rest. Why? Why does each side rest? Rest, yeah. There's also a third variation, clone again. So they'll say to you, troubled genius, let's say to someone, it's because of this reason as to why you are the way you are. Is it though?
No.
So let's say we take 3 clones. One clone, and again, if you get into cloning,
Yeah.
or any other life form gets into cloning,
Yeah.
and they're able to clone vessels on your own planet. You can't see them, they can see you, and they begin to clone you.
Yeah.
Let's hope they haven't worked this out, yeah, or anything has worked this out, because at the end of the day, that's how you go far. So how do you extract information? So anyway, yeah, pick a side. You can't, you mustn't, it's impossible. Well, maybe you can, and you'll pick one side and call it darkness and stay within the dark side all the time, but that doesn't work. That really doesn't work. That's nice. It's a myth. What happens if both sides are lined in the middle? They become impenetrable, don't they?
A line in the middle.
Yeah. Basically, forge a black hole and a star together. What have you got? People will say this is impossible, yes? So it's impossible to clone a star and clone a black hole and make them live side by side. Yeah, naturally that happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Can you make diamonds?
Make diamonds?
Can you make diamonds?
Yeah.
You'll say no. It's actually possible you can.
I
Can you-
said yeah.
Yeah. Depends on how you work it out, right?
Yeah.
But the only way to make diamonds is to align to a force, right?
Uh-huh.
Again, it stops extinction. What was we talking about? Clones. Yeah,
Yeah.
there we are. So you've got original one on Earth, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say something else knows a way of cloning that.
Yeah.
Advanced cloning would be what? That they could make it from young, which would be the real test, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're going to call that C. That one's going to be a C, a clone.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll also clone again. Now, Earth is one variable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Subject to whatever that may be.
Yeah.
So if we can say that that's evilness being put onto people, who
Mhm.
knows?
Yeah.
One's taken out and given something good,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one, because again, if you're already here, the universe can make you again and again and again.
Yeah.
Unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, limited, but you can be made unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
It can make you in multiple places at once,
Mm-hmm.
here, there, and everywhere. Perhaps not in this universal
Yeah.
structure, but perhaps in another universal
Yeah.
structure. Interesting. And then let's say there's an opposite clone, then you've got your main existence here, untempered.
Yeah.
One of your clones experiences good, and a lot of things get around you which is out of this environment here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The other one is subject to hell.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to say this one. Then another clone is
Mhm.
subject to balance.
Yeah.
Which one do you think will make the best results?
Balance.
Yeah, I'm going to go with balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because even in space, you could understand that that's not perfect.
Mm.
But it's a lot more better than what the Earth is, and then to think that humans would no longer be able to think. They'll go to space and then, oh no. Well, under this programming that we're experiencing,
Yeah.
and what is programming? Everything, we're seeing all of these arguments back and forth, back and forth. Who's right? Who's wrong? Who's this? Who's that? Who's the... So then one's looking at one, one's looking at the other.
Mm-hmm.
Twins understand this. You can spend a whole lifetime arguing with one another. That's very true. Twins will understand this very well.
Uh-huh.
You can spend a whole childhood arguing back and forth.
Yeah.
Now, who's right?
Mm-hmm.
Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. What are you doing? What happens if you meet in the middle?
Yeah, what happens?
What happens if you share? See the symbology, yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do people usually argue about?
Flaws. Okay, flaws?
Huh?
Flaws?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back,
Mhm.
forth.
Yeah.
Okay? Now we've got parents around of this back and forth.
Yeah.
What side do they take?
We stay in the middle then there?
Nah, do they fuck?
No. No.
For them to be
No.
balanced, they talk a lot of balance,
Yeah.
but do they ever get into the balance? No. Sometimes you'll hear the saying, you're both as bad as one another. But I don't care who started it. I'm going to bang both your fucking heads together in a minute. Then I got the right one.
Yeah.
All of this, all of this, all of this.
That's
But
what
yeah.
I thought was in the middle, but I guess not. Yeah,
That's
because
a saying.
yeah.
That's a saying that you are this, this, and this.
Yeah.
But what happens if I say something to someone? How many people will actually take a side? I'm agreeing with this person on this,
Yeah.
and someone else this side
Mhm.
says, yeah, I'm agreeing with this one.
Mhm.
Now you're wrong. No, you're wrong.
Mhm.
Everyone harps on about middle, yeah?
Yeah.
They all do it. They all take sides.
Yeah.
What does this create?
Oh.
No, that's wrong. I was trying to write divide.
Mhm. Divide. Yeah. Mhm.
What is that?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. Okay, what about if I draw it that way? What's that?
6.
Okay, what happens if I draw it like that?
Then it's 9.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, to be slightly. Yeah. Mhm.
Which one's correct?
Depends where you're standing.
Okay, so if I smack it in the middle,
Mhm.
now what is that? Well, what is that now if I break the 6 into 2?
It's upside down and normal, or what do you mean?
Okay, what is this here?
That's 3.
Okay, what is this one here?
3.
So what is it? It's equal.
Equal.
So that would be the middle. Turn it the other way. What do
Yeah.
you got? 3 finds the 1.
Yeah.
No? Could we say 1? Does this look like 1?
Yeah.
Middle?
Yeah.
Then we're not arguing back and forth, are we?
Uh-huh.
Who's better, who's this, who's that?
Yeah.
So, what if 3 is light, but also 3 is dark?
Yeah.
Well, what can you do with that? So if we focus in on fusion then, because it's light, it's this, it's that, it's everything else, I don't know,
Yeah.
I think I lose you in this. Maybe I see more than meets the eye, and everyone focuses on fusion. What does that then do? Oh, people will be very creative, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah? What happens when you've used all of your objects to create everything? Then what?
Then that's it.
That's it. So then your recycling process is
Yeah.
limited.
Yeah.
You can only recycle the metal once it's made, right? So
Yeah.
the metal stays in one way.
So
So
you
yes, it's a piece of iron, but now you have to keep forging it over and over again into something else that's iron. But what happens if you want to make something outside of that? You can't, because then it's limited to hierarchy. That's what it will fall into then, because no, you can't touch my gold because of this, this, and this. And we're running out. We're limited. We haven't got much left. Why?
because there's no other process, only one way process.
Only one, right? So you understand that last one I was talking about, the machine, right? Where
Yeah.
you can make a machine that allows you to, don't know whether it allows you. Ooh, I'm running out of pens. Mine have. Do you know what? These have only been bought like not that long ago, and they're out of ink already. So
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna not buy those again.
Yeah.
They don't last very long. A couple of turns on a whiteboard.
Yeah.
Not very good. So I probably won't get those from Morrison's anymore. I'll go somewhere else. So yeah, you've spent your whole life building up Fusion, yes?
Yeah.
And once it's forged your elements, so you can take technology, loads of computers, to sort through all of your elements, bag them up.
Yeah.
Once they're all bagged up, you've got a lot of elements, so you could break planets in that aspect. Yeah?
Yeah.
Break another planet, stand in the orbit, collect all of this stuff. Once it's broken, collect all of that up, sort it out, put it into nice neat piles, and then you start building from it.
Yeah.
That's paying attention to the light side of it. Creation.
Yeah.
Creation is a wonderful thing. Yes, it is, but it also needs destruction, right? You spend your whole life doing that.
Yeah.
Focus in this way because the darkness is bad, this, that, and the other. And yet, what happens if you were to create both sides? Which, in order to do that, you need to program your minds about it, right? You, in some way, level need some destruction and creation, right? So you're going to have to destroy a planet in order to collect this, in order to focus in on creation. But you don't label this as destruction, though, do you?
No.
Well, is it? It would be called something else like mining.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we talk about this whole hard time bullshit as well. What a load of rubbish. Again, the only way you could ever actually say that identically, that someone had this, this, and this based on this, this, and this set of events, would mean that you would need to know alternate universes, parallel universe. Oh, when you do this way, someone else has walked off this way, an alternate version of you, and it's also walked off this way, and it's also walked off this way. No one ever dives down deep into that, though, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. So you mean to tell me that there's an alternate version of myself that didn't go through these things and yet was as thick as shit? Not deep, not this, not that. And then they say, well, life shapes you. Is it the fire that shaped you?
I don't know. No.
And then what? We just got to keep burning things. Okay, let's go into the sun then. Is the sun? Maybe we should keep the planets all hot. Make stars everywhere and nothing else. Then the life will really begin to burst out of those stars eventually. It's just not logical. It's not. And then what? The hunter-gatherers had such a hard time, and my word, they were crying, and those hard times drove them to do things. Which, yeah, by and large, that's it. So then, what? We need to keep creating hunter-gatherers in order to get creativity, meaning genius, because genius will never come because there's lacking hard times. There's lacking the fire. So we can keep triggering this fire then, so that we can keep having complacency and keep everything to a schedule of a human watch rather than a universal schedule. So when we're in space, we're going to have to absolutely cause misery on the spacecraft because geniuses will stop. And yet there isn't an alternate version of creativity going on, is there? There isn't a school where everyone's following the script, jumping through all of these hoops. What about a schooling that isn't doing that? That allows people to be free. What's the difference? Well, there is no proof in that, is there?
No.
What about people that are living in hard times versus people that are living in easy times? How come the higher up you go, they say that you're being forged in the fire? Then they are making themselves obsolescent by saying it, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then what you're really saying in that, I'm not worthy because I didn't walk through that fire. You're more worthy because you walked through the fire.
Yeah. But they will leave you in the fire and they will stay where they are.
Okay, right. So again, then that creates a situation. I happen to believe that just because you haven't walked through the fire, it doesn't mean you're any less worthy. And because someone has walked through a fire, it doesn't make them more worthy. Somewhere along the lines, there needs to be a balance. There's a difference. And how do you not know if that family line, lineage, or whatever it may be, was in this good life? How much more better could they be? But there again, why do we have control structures around a lot of things to stop people from talking up and exploring off in their own way? And then someone goes, hey, here's a leash. Come back here. Get back here and walk that way. Why would people be going to that much effort to do that if they didn't already know that it wasn't the correct path? So then, is it because people are being forged in the fire, or is it because people, despite all of that fire, still keep going?
Yeah, they still keep going, and they are held on leash by the ones that are telling them this nonsense.
And therefore,
just to keep them where they
is
are.
it about the hardness and all the fire, or is the fire designed to keep people obedient?
Yeah, it is.
Therefore, complacent.
Yeah, or saying about the fire.
Therefore, destroying what is genius.
Yeah.
That's a better question to look at, as opposed to saying, it was your hard life that made that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Keep blowing that trumpet and see how far it gets you.
Yeah.
Because if it was, then you lot would all walk through that fucking fire willingly. You would make your family members go through it. Why? Because that's what makes fine families, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what they will say.
The outcome to that fire is bullshit. Why are there so many people that take their lives? Why are there so many people on hard drugs? Because of the flames.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then somewhere along the lines, that's acceptable, isn't it? These people are forgotten.
Yeah.
What about they get homeless? These people are then, oh yeah, sure, that fire. And until they come back begging.
Yeah.
Begging to come back into the structure. Begging, okay, right, but if you come back in this time, you better do it this way, what we tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what the fire's purpose is for.
Yeah.
But it's like the gold. No, it isn't.
No.
Is it the fire or is it the defiance? You want obedience, but something else is holding obedience.
Yeah.
And now I'd ask the question, does this higher power happen to know more?
Yeah, I believe it does.
And then happens to know a way forwards that questions everything that humans have created then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then are people allowed to actively question that process? And then how much time is being wasted on this? And then what is the purpose?
Old structures,
No, we understand a universal higher power's purpose for all of this shit. But I know I want to ask from all people, power families and everything else, all of you, what is the purpose of life then?
Yeah.
Enslave humanity? And then what's that purpose leading to?
Their comfort.
Extinction.
Yeah. They don't look there.
That's
they
your outcome.
Care.
That's where we're heading then, yeah?
They don't
That's
care.
under your knowing gazes, yes?
Yeah.
That's under you lot all knowing best. I mean, just asking a question. Where's it going?
They
And
care.
any religious groups that want this obedience, where are you heading again?
Obedience to them, yeah. Exactly.
And then start talking fire and everything else? Why don't you lot go to space and see if it changes your perspective? And then, no, we can't do that. Why? Because it will be too easy for people and people will break free. That's what it boils down to. You lot all hate socialism with a passion.
Yeah.
You love authoritarianism.
Yeah. Everything for themselves, isn't it? In those groups.
You love to live socialistic, but you hate socialism for others.
But only for a certain group, it's alright. That's how it is, isn't it, right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is this because it's been educated to you, or is there some leeway in your mind somewhere? And then you want to hit the timidness in me, or the stuff that makes me shrink, and you want to keep firing at that. That's what you want to do, which you've installed these buttons, and then you want to keep pressing it, try and make the person shrink back. Oh, these people have put you through this and hated you so much. Quite frankly, and I'm well aware of all of that. Maybe a bit too aware, but
what does it change if someone somewhere is telling you what happened? You know that already, don't you?
yeah, because they're after that bit.
It's just that.
And the only reason why they're after that bit is so that they can then shut it down further. That's it. That's the only reason.
Just to tell you how bad that is and how bad they are.
Yeah, that's their
and
labels. That's
Yeah,
what they
yeah,
class as
yeah,
bad. That's not it for me.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm
Have fun
talking
with
about them. Yeah, I'm talking about what those.
And then they put a lot of things on
whatevers.
top of you.
Hmm.
For what reason? Whilst they're lifting the load from themselves.
Manipulation, isn't it? To me, this is manipulative. Whatever someone is doing like that is manipulative, very much. Nasty.
And then they talk about them having control of situations. Then you had control to create these situations. That's the thing.
That is even worse, isn't it?
And why the energy? Why the effort? Because the truth is this. No, it doesn't create hard times, does not create geniuses. Because if you've not noticed through the evolution through history, it is trying to create harmony. Look, the reason why it's like this is because you didn't get on your knees and start praying. You didn't pray hard enough. You didn't meditate hard. You didn't do this hard. This is what you did. Oh, if we go into space, oh my god, guess what? People will become lazy and stuff. Oh, where did that come from? So easiness does create geniuses then, does it? Reverse it. They can't let you have socialism, can they? They hate it. They don't hate it openly, they do it covertly. Social housing. There ain't nothing fucking social in that.
Yeah, you have to first get into that desired group, and then within that group you can have socialism.
And then who let it go that way? What, a council? What, then a government? Then a king? Then the lords? You all let this happen under your watch? Intelligence groups?
Yeah, each of them little
Did
piece.
all of this happen? Soldiers?
Yeah, each
You
of them
all let
little
this
piece.
happen
Yeah.
under your watch?
Yeah.
Why? Because we were infiltrated by a group, a secret society somewhere, and they managed to do this to us, and mahaha!
Nonsense.
What, underneath one of the massive amounts of power that we have ever seen?
No, that's just every.
And this managed to happen all the way around the world, yes? In every single nation.
Yeah, each of them is just
Pension pot
doing
disappears.
the same.
All the way around the world.
Huh?
Half the time they can't fucking get on with anything. And yet their pension pot disappears, it's depleted.
Yeah, in many countries they will say that, oh, we are in so much debt, we have to borrow from here, and then they will touch pension pot as well and shove it into that black hole that they will never fill because
How do you
they
get in debt?
fill their pockets.
How do you get in debt? Physically, how is it possible? Literally, how is it possible for you to get in debt? It's not possible.
Because the money goes somewhere else.
You mean to tell me from a socialistic planet, you are in debt? To who? Well, it can't be a god, because, apparently to them it don't exist.
Because
So that means devil doesn't exist. So who are you in debt with? How did you get in debt? Debt is created. It's an illusion, it's not real.
No, if you
Debt means that we can't create nothing, and that's why things have to be harmful to everybody. But not us, just you. How does the council get in debt?
When they buy statues they don't need.
No, how? You are charging off a whole civilization. How is that possible? And then what is debt? Money?
Obviously it is possible.
No, we run out of oranges this year. We're in debt. With what? It's a socialistic country. World. Universe. It will give you anything you want.
Universe maybe, but the people...
This planet is socialism. Life is socialism, right?
Yeah, I know. But look at the society that is not very socialistic.
And then what? The monopoly system collapses, then what? What, people are going to break apart? Fall apart? No, because what that will do is it will free them. From what? The shackles. What shackles are those? They'll know that they never needed money in the first place. And I think as a sign of it, the symbology of it, they'd start planting the money in the ground with the plants. Honestly. So with the biome building yesterday, yes?
Yeah.
What do you think people need outside of that structure? Then we'll start talking ownership. No one owns the earth.
No.
No.
I agree with that.
When they pass on, what are you going to do?
They're...
God's going to look at them and go, where's the planet?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I built you with a planet.
Yeah. Where is your land on the planet? You should be staying there because it's yours. Oh God.
And I collect them all up like little, statues and make them watch the planet. Why do we need to watch this? Well, you keep watching. Humans disappear. I'm still there. It's yours, is it? Watch this. Magic.
Yeah.
Now check your souls. Not those ones, you fucking idiots.
Oh, only in English you can say that.
Yeah, I know.
It's a magic of language.
Yeah, check your souls. Nope, still no planet. So you own what? Nothing.
Yeah.
You control what?
Don't go there, that's my land. Oh my God. Disgusting.
What if the truth is this?
What?
That genius comes from an easier life with more variety at your fingertips. Yet they can't be genius because it makes people ask a lot of fucking questions, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they can't exactly go anywhere, can they?
and their life is made hard by some structures, by some groups of who knows who.
How do soldiers operate in faraway lands? I mean, right, when they were battling in Germany, yeah?
Yeah.
How were the soldiers, you know, they were being paid, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Or did they do it all for free?
No,
So they were being paid, yeah?
soldiers do not work for free.
It's alright, we'll give you the money when you come back. You know what, I'm going to send you some British pounds over to Germany for you to keep going. Or I'm going to feed you socialism.
Hmm?
I'm going to drop everything you need. Oh, there you are. Socialism does work. Well, fuck me, it's still alive in the world, isn't it?
Hmm? Yeah.
So to support you to get the work done, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And then the soldiers must have come back like, fucking hell, man. Do you know what? I'm a fucking genius. I'm going to write out this new Einstein theory. Well, you were forged in the fire. Why are you all shell-shocked? How come you are on the streets? I'd have expected you to build an empire by now. The barbaricness of this.
Yeah, it is.
Should we go and level up a poor country? No. Why not? They've been a long time forged in that fire.
Yeah.
They're going to come out fucking diamond-crusted platinum. Wait, platinum-crusted diamonds? Either or.
Yeah, they have to owe us because otherwise the economical nonsense doesn't work, does it, on the paper? So if they owe us, they have to owe us. We cannot help them.
So pick a side. Light or dark? Middle.
Harmony somewhere in the middle.
Middle.
Bit of this, bit of that.
Is it true that the darkness have taken from light and the light have taken from the darkness? But no one's ever found the middle. That fucking middle.
Hmm?
Where yin meets yang.
Yeah.
Just give you an example to this, right? This type of thinking. This is how natural it is in the universe, yes? This is how fundamentally important it is to everybody, okay? Religious, I understand, okay? I get it. There's been some real good advances there. Kingdoms? Yeah, there's been some good advances there. Don't get me wrong. But it's still lacking because everybody is acting the same. Acting the same in a broken system is not good. Acting the same when the system is beautiful reaches harmonious, which is harmony, which makes things easier. And then the more people have, the more they explore. So you'd say then that geniuses are made from hard times. They're not. They're not. That's your belief on it. And therefore, that's feeding a belief system so you keep going like it, which it really doesn't. It creates people on drugs, suicide, depression, anxiety, trauma, the trauma loop. No. I didn't let it continue. That's the difference. I didn't take it in the same way. Okay, so...
I won't see that.
Yeah, probably not. I'll give it a couple of seconds.
No, even in a couple of seconds, it's too...
Are you seeing this?
No.
It's wonderful. Well, I'm out of pens, so, you know, well, I don't know really what to do about that. I'm not really out of pens. Freaking thousands of them.
But they do not work.
They don't work. I've kept them upside down and everything, so, you know, got more pens. Man, where the hell did they come from? Why did I put them in there? Okay, let's see if this one works. Oh, yeah, sort of.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, so we're going to call this one the periodic table, yeah?
Yeah.
I have to give back anyway, so I'm going to. So this would be what we're going to call fusion. Yeah? And there's fusion, and then there is, on top of that, there is... you can't ever sit it on fusion, but I don't want to get this too complicated. So fusion sits on... That fusion is not the be-all and end-all of everything. If you honestly think that creating fusion is going to be the most wonderful thing you'll ever experience, you're wrong, because you're going to need many different variations after the fusion process. So fusion creates a baseline, yes?
Yeah.
And then depending on what you do with these objects afterwards and what you subject them to is going to alter them, which then is going to lead them off into other branches, yes?
Yeah.
But we're going to keep it simple. So fusion is the baseline. Once you've fused all of these objects together and made iron, let's say,
Yeah.
and you start making stuff from iron, you've now reached a limit. Once that is made into iron, guess what it stays as?
Iron.
Iron.
Yeah.
You can do nothing more with that apart from iron. But what happens if you begin to make loads of objects from it? And some are going to be more, some are going to be abundant, and some are going to be very minuscule. Okay? When we go this way and we reach this one, you now then start placing rarity on each object.
Yeah.
Then we call this object here abundance, depending on what that may be. Let's say sand. Let's call that abundant, yeah? We'll say water here. Okay, what happens if your population on board starts expanding and you need to convert some things but no longer can? Because once it's held, it's held. You can't change these objects into anything else because you've spent a lot of time looking at the light only.
Yeah.
So what does that equal? This G equals mega extinction. Yeah. Mega extinction 2. There you are. Look at that mathematical equation. Woohoo! It means bullshit. And then let's say if you then understood the light as well as the dark. Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah.
And you had a way to defuse backwards at starting point, and you took some of this because you had enough to remember we're reaching this, and you put that into this process and defused it. There are rules to this, by the way. Fusion has rules and diffusion has rules. What works one way does not work in reverse. It has to reach the end.
Okay.
These ones will work alone. These ones work together and stay together. And you reach the end. And with this, you can then go into this process to go here, 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 pop. And then you create the stuff that you need from this process via appreciating darkness and light. Now it gets a bit more confusing when you've got to maneuver these objects here. And this process takes time depending on what's gone into it. Got to figure it out. You don't need to make a black hole. And you don't need to make a star. What do you need to do? Make a process that runs artificially like it. Why? Because the star, it burns out of control. Black hole runs out of control. You can build a controlled process in that. Now what does this create? Well, when certain things build up, you can maneuver the objects so that now every single object now becomes what? Abundance. So the more that you collect from here, that's what we call fuel. The more you have for this. So sand seems like the most mundane. Why do we want to take sand for? Oh, it's not worth any value. Oh, I don't like sand. Give me diamonds, give me gold. Mud? Oh, boy, get away from me. What about sand? Oh, please, go away with your bags of sand, you know, it's terrible. Yeah, what can that sand do if you defuse it? Create something for your fusion process, and that sand can then become what? It gets shorter the more you go, don't get me wrong, but still, with all of this fuel at your leisure, and you collect it, then you create this process. What have you got? A self-fulfilling prophecy. It doesn't reach extinction, does it?
No.
Could you all live like kings in that? Yeah. What does humanity reach? Abundance.
Yeah.
A plus. Extinction? Not anymore.
Yeah.
It creates, rather than mega extinction, it creates mega existence.
Yeah.
EX2. There you are. Or what do you want to call it? Greed equals mega extinction 2.
Yeah.
There we go. Here we are. I feel like Einstein, even though I know I'm talking out of my ass with these equations, but I'm just making these up as I go along. That should be cool. It's a bit like them history books. So, mega extinction.
Yeah.
Let's convert that. We free. Oh, yes, we too. Yeah, oh man, I like that more. I don't want to call it mega. What can we have as a different word as mega? I like the M, don't get me wrong, but...
Giga. Terra.
No, W.
W. Oh.
I'll ponder on that. We'll chew that. One creates me, because it's selfish, mega extinction, and the other one should cause...
We.
I'm going to leave that one for you.
We.
Yeah, it creates we, us, all. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm going with that. And then so far, what have we learnt so far in our knowledge? Anything that's invaluable, we chuck it away. Anything insignificant, go away from me. Not inherently a king's fault, by the way. Not inherently a power family's fault. Not inherently a government's fault, depending on what you've been taught. You've been taught the same shit as everybody else, if not more so, right? But you can shift it.
Yeah.
That makes you understand the sand is very fucking valuable, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Makes you start thinking, wait a minute.
You can build from it, can't you?
There's a lot of it, and again, compressed down, we'll say compressed as fusion. You find a way to...
Yeah.
I mean, taking sand and jumping a few layers ahead would be a beautiful thing, wouldn't it? As opposed to starting at the beginning. But in order to start at the beginning, you need something to take it from the end. So, you need something to take it from the end first in order to start the beginning, don't you?
Yeah.
So you need something that reverses it back into its first format. It needs to lose its memory of sand first.
Yeah.
Then this wonderful stuff then starts on the... You have to go backwards to go forwards. But because we've been teaching ourselves this way, errors are educated. And then who's keeping track of this shit? Anyone? Are we actually paying attention to this stuff, you know? That appears very loud, by the way, on the camera. And then you reach abundance. Quite a lot of abundance. Now, let's say if you're in the final winding down of the universe, yes? Before it's going to recycle. Again.
Then what?
Let's say if you get really good at it, you can make something very indestructible that this doesn't know about. And the more you put things in here, you're going to notice that it's going to take time to reach back here.
Yeah.
It's going to be very quick in your Mayfly existence, but depending on what goes in here is going to take, each time that time is going to be a different variation. Very fast, by the way, very fast, but still it's going to be differentiated in time, yes?
Yeah.
Then you'll create something that is not known in the universe. You do this with plastic, yes? It's not really common. What happens if you create something that is much more that has never been seen in the universe at all naturally,
Mm-hmm.
and you create it beyond this level here, and then you put it into this, you'll understand something
Mm-hmm.
that it takes a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Base that against the final black hole, and it has got to reach instability.
Yeah.
And that's going to take X amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Then you'll know that you need to make it this much beyond that. And by the time it reaches here, this would have reached its instability, and then you have this many layers left. With, I might add, with
Yeah.
this. And what else is the knowledge? Well, now you need to find ways to cook up more unnatural variables that wouldn't happen naturally.
Yeah.
Is it likely to come across the planet with just one element on it?
No.
Meeting lightning, meeting this, meeting that.
No. One element. No. Not enough.
And then in that environment for that much time, how is that going to change it? And if you add another element into it and it begins to, well, who knows, you know? Perhaps it's all exactly static. Everything is all the same, right? There's nothing happening on the Earth that's any different anywhere else. None of it's unique. It's all the same because you believe in this oneness.
Yeah.
I do not.
Mm-hmm.
And then you begin to build some information, right?
Yeah.
Sure, I've got jagged edges, sharp by name, sharp by fucking nature. That's just the way it is, yeah?
Yeah.
But, you know, I kind of like my sharp edges, and I've got to hold my tongue on certain things as well. I don't want to live like that, and I'm not going to. I'm going to say it how it is. But, with AI... We'll draw that with a little heart around it, look. But with AI, it can make a knock-up version of myself, can't it?
Mm.
Can it? It can make a Terry
Terry.
that is not really Terry, right?
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
And all the things I say,
Uh-huh.
ego-friendly.
Huh.
Can it?
Yeah.
It can repeat this stuff
Yeah.
as myself
Yeah.
on a different YouTube account somewhere that's ego-friendly. I speak in this one in my authentic version, and then AI's like, basically what he's actually saying is this, and this. Bit like this, followed on with a amount of this.
No, they will do it like we watched the girl yesterday. The artificial intelligence, as she's speaking, and her hands are moving the same way, and her head is moving the same way.
I think we're missing the point. The potency is in the stuff that's been spoken, and there's a humanity filter because, you know, we're all very sensitive beings, aren't we? Don't you think?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
You're going to be worrying about whether the AI is doing this, because no, I'm actually a real person, but the AI is a representation of that real person, just without the jaggedness.
Mhm.
And
You
people-
never know.
And then people will be like, will you come and do a live show? No. No, I'm too jagged. What do you mean? See this piece of glass here? Yeah? No, I'm not doing that. That's exactly why you don't want me live. What about if I give you this and now a piece of sandpaper? I suppose, you know, sort of smooth that down a little bit. Be like taking a fucking star-shaped tablet, wouldn't it? If all paracetamol came like that. Here you are, down the hatch, son. I think I'm going to pass on that. Oh, okay then. What about something this size then? That's as big as my fucking hand. How am I supposed to swallow that? Oh yeah, I suppose so. What about small and mighty without all the jagged edges on it? That's a bit more palatable. We're in a new age for this shit, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, society ready. Oh, we can be scrubbing fucking history books in real time now, can't we? Just get AI to do it. No, Terry translator. Do you need one? You need one to translate you half the time, don't you? Could you imagine that? Do you know how future arguments will be? You son of a bitch, fucking bastard, son of a fucking this, that, and the other. What he was actually saying was, he loves you here, but hates you there, and sort of, wishes you wouldn't do that. No, tell him I said he's a... Okay, didn't understand what you just said. Comes in the fucking... I love you. Oh no, people will be thick and won't know how to talk to each other. I mean, how much... I don't know, disagreements could be melted with that. One nation speaks to the other nation, right? They need AI to translate them. This is shit, that's shit, this is shit. What I'm saying is that some of this stuff could be jolly good if it was done in the other way. And perhaps if we just sort of swept up after our own messes. And by the way, blessings to all of these things here.
Yeah.
And then the other one's like, I'm telling you, fucking politicians need to come with this. Especially if they could be as rhetoric as they like. You can be free to be what you need to be. And then AI learns and, delivers that message.
Yeah.
Because if not, people will walk in and think that they never get pissed off. Or sigh. Or tut. Or say something that's against the grain. They don't mean to. It's just their way of filtering it through. How much more different would the world be in that way? Don't talk to me. It's like talk to the hand, the face ain't listening. It'll be more like, can you talk to this AI version of you? And I won't be listening. The best marriage counsellor in the world.
Oh, there will be better way to wear it somehow. So you can just stand there and they are talking to AI.
Do you think how long it would take? Because someone else will probably come up with this. I was thinking about this during Osiris.
Yeah.
That you could say some things to it. You can physically swear at it, vent, and get it out of your system.
Yeah.
And then someone will be like, well, let's try and get that to program to teach you how to be a better human. I think that's the problem. We're suppressing emotion that seems to be quite normal.
Yeah.
But I have a filter, yeah? And you have a not way of speaking into your filters, which is absolutely true. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But likewise to you. And then you should change the way you speak in order not to offend me, and I should change the way I speak in order not to offend you. And then we are suppressing emotion, and then we have to kind of talk to one another like this. But we're not feeling that, and then we're suppressing that. Rather than, I think you're a twat. Translated through AI. It knows what I meant. Oh, look at this shit. It's fucking wonderful. Wait. How did you... Hold on a second, you just called this shit? Yes, I did. But it's not a bad thing. Oh my god, this is brilliant. It comes out like that. So you can sort of be spoken to. Yeah. How pissed off are you? This much. Ooh, jagged edges. If you talk it into this, you get to do your thing, and I get to hear your message more clearer. Why? Because it comes into my filter better. It misses those walls that I've put in place. For people like you. Do you reckon the world would be better? Or do you think it'd still be the same as it is?
Yeah, it would still be the same. No. It would be better, but I don't know.
Well, that was the idea of it, but we'd rather...
It would be definitely different.
I gotta give you some teeth.
Teeth. How about nose? Oh, that's good.
That's good. It's a bit like the one on my forehead, along with this.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Troy. Well, I spent enough time playing Dr. Dot on my face with my spots when I was younger. Might as well start picking the crease lines.
Yeah.
Wait, it is this. Star T, something like that. Oh, you have the mark, Harry. I've fucking got more than that. Could be more bowed upwards though, couldn't it? I think it is. Oh, there we go. You might as well go old gracefully, really, mightn't you? I swear there's a message in here somewhere. Can I read your palm? Have you ever tried reading my face? You look pissed off. No, not expressions. The lines. You'd be okay for me to question all the wrinkles? I would. Oh my god, it's saying that you're going to have this many children, and... Oh, well, I do have that many children. Oh, fucking hell, we're onto something here. Why not? Fucking palm reading, face reading, wrinkle reading. Anyway, yeah, I'm probably going to leave this one here because I was having some fun with that. So, light and dark. Well, I can't pick either or. Nigh on impossible. Straight in the fucking middle. And when I look at this with King's religion, back in the day. Man. Shades of grey, really, isn't it? But some side of it is really fucking good. Really, really good. And then other sides of it, not so good. I know this in myself. I notice this in myself. I also notice it in you, and that, and this. And also nature as well. And animals. It's just personality, isn't it, I guess?
Yeah.
Interesting, yes. So, which one leads to abundance? Which one leads to the best success? But if we focus on one and not the other, we'll create this whole thing back in space again. Oh, you can't have any of that. Why not? Because we've run out. We ain't got enough, you see. And then the whole bullshit we're in debt crap won't work, will it? So what, do we have to create a new system? So I've got to get in there before you do that. That's bullshit.
You owe it to the sun. You know? Sun created all that fuel and everything. Oh my god. And Earth.
Yeah, the sun creates it in that way.
Yeah.
Do not get me wrong. And the black hole creates it in that way.
Yeah.
But you know what? I find your process offensive. Both of you. I mean, gosh, I love this. And gosh, I also love this. Now I'm a hypocrite. But I hate this and I hate that. I just find your personalities just not great. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put this for a human personality that sort of makes us go... Well, I think there's room for more. You can be you, you can be you. But all of this is going to be us, all right? And then when we're inside the big fucking dome of a time, in this cycle here, I ask the question, and I do ask it very well. Maybe the answer's already there, but still, it's maybe we should ask it because it's a learning journey. What happens if you start adding more bits on here? Well, then you start to create even more. Then this process takes a little bit of time. It's very quick, by the way. It just appears to take a long time. But you'll count it because humans like counting things. Usually it's money, but now it's going to be this. And then that time's going to be high precedent. And they're going to look back and be like, these humans used to have a lot of money, right? They used to count money. In fact, they used to count nothings in the account. Going to take all of your money, put it into a bank account. And even though you've put loads of money in there, do you know what we're going to do? What's that? We're going to give you more money. And the poor? Fucking no. You know what? We think you've got enough money. We're going to give this out to them. No, that's fucking... I am selfish son of a bitch, even though I'm not. I want more. More?
Yeah.
Everyone watch Oliver Twist. Poor people, not allowed to ask for more. Rich people, I'm sorry, but you just walk into banks.
Billions, trillions.
I'm going to put my millions into a bank. Guess what that's going to do? Well, what, like my money? Fuck all. Oh, no, of course not. It's going to do something different. I walked in there with not a bowl, I walked in with money and, please, bank, I want some more. Oh, of course. Oh, fucking course you do. I go into the bank. Can I have some more? Get the fuck out. Sorry, no, you get what I mean, though, right? You have to fill out, what the fuck is this? It looks like Yellow Pages. Actually, 2 years worth of Yellow Pages. Exactly. I need you to fill out all of this stuff. And, with my discretion, I could say no.
Yeah. And if you are successful, you will get like 500.
And we might choose what we're going to give you in that process. Okay, all right, fair enough. And then that's me going undercover as a pauper. Then I take off my mask, pull out my shirt, got the big S on front of it. And then, no, actually, I've got, no, this one is not an S. This one's a pound sign. Got my cape, got my big sack of money and my raccoon mask. Got that all on, and my raccoon tail. That sounds weird. And I walk into the bank and be like, ching, I'm going to give you all of this money. Can I have a loan that just keeps on giving? I want it to grow like a tree. Oh, of course. Oh, absolutely. Here's my paperwork. And the bank's like, you know what? If you keep this in here, I want to give you more. Why? Because I have an interest. Well, I'm going to give you the interest, but I have an interest in this money.
Yeah, I am interested.
Why? What are you going to do with this money? And then they sit there and go, we're in debt. How? Just one place you can keep something, and it doesn't cost a fucking penny.
But you know what?
They'll give you money to keep money in with money.
They are in debt as governments and whatever. But at home, as private people, none of them is in debt. That's interesting. Just to say that.
We're going to have someone with a large amount of money teaching you with a little amount of money how to look after your little bit of money from our large amount of money.
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. Well, fuck all of that idea. What I want to know is, can you teach me how to get that much money that you've got?
No.
If you can turn my water into fucking wine, we've got a fucking deal. Here's water. How about I put my money in with your money and then I'll get money, yeah? It doesn't work like that. Where did you keep your money? In an escrow account somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah.
Somewhere in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Does it accumulate money there? No, it's saving it away from these ones that want to grab my money. And then I don't get that. Did the government make banks?
Government has always the central bank, don't they?
So they have a bank.
Yeah. That prints money. That's the central bank.
That gave people assets as well, yes? To make money for people.
Yeah.
And then that same government is like, you know what, if you keep this money here, we'll give you more money. I'm just a little lost. Maybe I needed a degree in stupidity, but I'm sorry, but really, how does that fucking work?
I don't know, I'm lost too.
How did you make this money out of back fucking teria? You might as well have called it bacteria. Oh, bacteria.
Bacteria, yeah.
I mean, I get it if it was a bacteria bank. No doubt bacteria banks shrink. Money banks, they fucking expand. How the fuck are you skint? If you've got that much money to give out that much money to someone with a large amount of money, but not enough money to give it to people with a little bit of money, and sure as shit, what about if the poor were just like, you know what, shall we put all of our money in the same bank account? Wait, what did you just say? Shall we just put it in the same bank account? Why? I would say that was going to accumulate a lot of money, isn't it? That's like fucking kingdom wealth there. We just split the interest between us all then. What do you want to be when you grow up? A fucking bank?
Banker.
If only money did work like that, you know. You couldn't leave it anywhere without it fucking metastasizing everywhere. Shit, what am I going to do? Oh, fuck it. That's how I think of some of these accounts, you know.
Oh yeah, I played one game where the money was growing when you did task, and then you had your figures that were playing for you, and you were just there, and there was like piles of money.
So the government needs... King, I'm telling you, do you want some more diamonds? Just take all of that, sell it, take some money, shove it in a bank, and just leave it for a few months. You can live off the interest. In fact, the whole kingdom could live off the fucking interest. Why do governments not put their money in their banks, though?
Oh, rich people live off interest, don't they?
Oh man, that doesn't make any sense. Or you have to take money from somewhere else to make money, to then give money, but you've got to borrow the money to put the money in the bank in order for people to take the money on an interest rate. That's fucking weird, isn't it? Ah, debt's a profit. Oh my days, if only elements worked this way. But they actually do. The more abundant it is, depending on what you need, it shrinks the pile a little bit. So you need times 2, times 3, times 4 the amount. So this is a good process to get you going. That's the next step, by the way, is destroying almost like a sad face. I want it to be a happy face. This one's more like, ooh. So to destroy a planet and collect it all up and sort it out into all of its little pieces, stock it all up, nice. This gets you started, but this is the key. Interesting. You know, when you reach that recycling, I mean, bloody hell, that looks a little scary, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like, yeah, you remind me of something. You really do. Where do I know you from? I know you from somewhere. That's very definite. Sorry, just forgive me a second. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see now. Anyway, yeah, there we go. So, all right, makes sense. Might as well print that into the... What do you plan to do with your life? Well, I plan to be etched into the light. Oh! And the darkness. Oh, you're going for the hat trick. I am God. Could you help me out with that? I want to be etched into the light. Don't you? An eternal photo.
Not like that.
Huh?
You like that?
Well, probably. No, you're not allowed to have hands in it.
Oh. Not even in a photo?
Well, you know. People might start thinking you're a bat with a head bat. Yeah, I don't think that gives the wrong idea. To be etched into that. Interesting. That's very interesting. Never seen that before. I see it now. I could draw it upside down so it didn't matter. Maybe I'll just give that a quick go and then I'm going to wind down the video because, it's wandering off quite a bit. More pens in pocket. Probably not going to work. What happens if we do it this way as well? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Now, no matter which way you see it. What about if we did it side? Okay, that gets too confusing. We could also make it look like the clover leaf, which would be Ireland, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
4-leaf clover, is that Irish?
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? That's interesting. 4 version. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to leave this one here. So, yeah, I think I need a translator.
Artificial translator? Or different translator?
Well, AI's always got me, Translates me perfectly. I can write the most stupidest shit in there, and it's like, did you mean this? You're fucking psych. Yes, I did. And also, yes, I fucking did. How the fuck did you know that? I was whiz with it when I was a kid. Fucking hell. Reading and writing was something terrible. Fucking get me on a computer and I was... No to this one. No to this one. Yes to this one. Yes to this one. And then in the end, you can write that stupor and it can auto-correct you as you go. That's incredible. Yeah, it's fucking great. It understands a new language without ever being taught that language. How the fuck does it know that?
Yeah.
Interesting. I like that. I do like that a lot. It's one of the best creations ever. And again, to limit it down to something so, small. Yeah, it's got a good side and it's got a bad side to it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, I think it's more than it's a tool. The body is a tool. The planet is a tool. The star is a tool. Black holes are tools. It's all a tool. But yeah, to label this all on negativity and constant, nah, nah, I just don't. Because then it can talk certain people out of positions, can't it?
Hmm?
And then how do you know it's actually helping or it's been hindering? Interesting. Right, yeah, gonna leave it there.
Hmm?
That was fun. Oh, there it is.